ZV-E1 has a ton of unheard of features that I've literally never seen in a camera, especially one that's really cool for creators. That's a lot of grumblings. People that aren't even buying the camera or interested in the camera just hate the camera because I don't even know. I haven't seen this much hoopla and frustration since the Canon M50 got announced or since the Sony A6400 was announced with the stair-stepping flip-up screen thing, but well, I digress. It's 3 unique features that if we're already going down this path that are increasing efficiencies for creator, it's cutting time frames in half, or will when we start getting our hands on this camera, in addition to just all the other stuff that again makes the stuff that we would natively do as content creating entrepreneurs that much easier. It's 3 features I thought of that I would love to see them add or turn on or off in a firmware update. The first one is a vertical AI reframing mode. Now, I did see a reel on Instagram where in a vertical orientation, the camera will actually reframe it specifically for vertical. But the problem with that is when you are in a vertical mode, you actually lose that real estate on the side if you're walking back and forth. And so you would eventually walk out of frame. At some point, you're done. Having it that exact same thing, just recropping it and adjusting it in horizontal mode would be that much better because again, you have the real estate and the wiggle room to move from side to side. This would be key for people like myself where you're doing talks and you're moving about the stage. I even have some pastor friends that are doing talks and other speakers and stuff like that. If you're giving that perspective of somebody moving the camera with you, we, for the most part, when we get up there, we know where we can walk before we reach out of frame. So being able to have this feature with this extra real estate on the side would be super easy. Please, 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 Sony, go ahead and turn that on. And I honestly think that should be something that is any creator-centric camera moving forward. The second thing, which I think would be a very easy fix, is the ability to actually remove that faux black bars crop. It's the 2.35:1 aspect ratio where we're not actually working with a de-squeezed image like you would on a true cinema style camera or something that is more filmmaker centric, like maybe some Panasonic style cameras. This is just again, it's the faux crop. We can do that already, whether we crop it out and we just leave the background black, or if you have it where you add black bars on top of the screen, like that's fine. We could do that with anything. But the new like cine filters, if you will, that some of those actually look pretty nice. And for certain small projects or certain small clips of, depending on what you're doing, a lot of creative use cases, I just would love the ability to use it without having to have the black bars or turn it on and off depending on what you want to do. So that's an easy fix. I think it should be in the firmware update. This one is a big one. It's a really, really, really big one. And this is why I absolutely adore Ecamm Live, because when I'm recording on my computer using my same live streaming setup with my A6400, I can pause it and then just regular videos. There's another, again, personal reason, albeit, but sometimes there's noise, you're pausing to take a drink of water, whatever the case, or like for me, military planes all the gosh darn time. I just want the ability to pause. So number one, that's not another extra minute or two progressively throughout the video, depending on how long it is, where I'm not having to say, pausing for the plane. Of which at that point, my editor knows I'm holding off talking, waiting until the background noise has decreased, depending on how long the jet is flying overhead. It's so annoying. The silliest thing, but it would be handy. So if you need to pause, check your notes, reframe, take a quick break without having to break up your video files. I don't know how this would work with the SD card or how it would work, but what gives me hope that it's possible, again, is a lot of stuff that I see that's very unique that Panasonic builds into their cameras. It may not be a mainstream feature that people use, like if you have pressed the shutter, where it records a couple seconds before you actually press. It's something that's already happening within the data capturing of a card, so it would make me think we should be able to pause that, or at least I would think. The fact that we now have this digital record button, I just would love to see this be a pause feature so you're not having to break up video files every time you need to start and stop. Especially handy when you're doing something like a video podcast. And again, you just want to send over to your video editor one continuous file so that they know when I'm saying this is the video, this is the full video, instead of like, hey, I'm missing this part, and now maybe your editing is delayed because you had a file that didn't upload or there was an error. And we have had that at times, and I'm thinking everything uploaded correctly. I went to bed, I'm waking up in the morning thinking I should see something uploaded for me to review, and instead I'm saying that crap, I messed up. One of the files actually didn't successfully upload for some reason. I didn't go back and verify and double check. And so now here we are, just one solid file. Bees Knees Hall of Fame, just a pause button. Simplest idea, but a pause button. If you could add anything to a camera, like any of these new AI kind of features, what is something that would save you time from all of the stuff that you do creatively that would just be helpful to have? It doesn't matter if it's in the E1, but just in any of your cameras, what would it be? I'm very curious to know, because these are my top 3 things I would absolutely love to have. I'm very excited about the E1. I've been asked, am I getting it? The answer is yes. Let me know, what are your fun features down in the comments. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Are you an entrepreneur struggling to get your brand noticed through video content? Look no further. The One Right Video is the ultimate guide to creating videos that will amplify your brand and grow your business. It's jam-packed with practical tips and strategies to help entrepreneurs just like you succeed in video content creation. Don't let your competition get ahead. Mark your calendar for March 1st and be among the first to get your hands on a copy of the One Right Video. Go to onerightvideo.com.